Hi everyone, welcome back to Real English with Mike and Lily. I'm Lily.
And I'm Mike.
Today we're talking about watching a football match with friends.
Honestly, I could use some help with that.
Really? Why's that?
Because last weekend I watched a match with my friends and I felt kinda lost with all the reactions and expressions everyone was using.
Oh, that makes sense. Football nights have their own kind of English, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone was shouting stuff and I didn't understand half of it.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. What time did you all meet up?
We planned to meet around 6, but I actually got there late.
Why were you late?
My alarm didn't go off after my nap, so I woke up in a panic.
Wait, you took a nap before a football match?
Yeah, I wanted to be fresh for it, but it backfired.
That's funny. So what happened when you got there?
My friend opened the door and said, "You're cutting it close, man. Kickoff's in 5 minutes."
Ah, cutting it close. That means you almost didn't make it in time.
Right? I figured that from his face.
Good guess. So did you make it before kickoff?
Barely. I ran in, grabbed a seat, and the whistle blew like 2 minutes later.
Perfect timing, actually.
I think so. But then the confusing part started.
What confusing part?
Everyone kept saying things like, "He's offside," and that was never a foul.
Ah, those are classic football phrases. Offside is a rule, and that was never a foul just means someone thinks the referee made a wrong call.
See, that's what I mean. I just nodded along like I understood.
Ha, we've all done that before.
Have you ever done that?
Actually, yeah. Once at a party, someone was talking about a player, and I just said totally without knowing who they meant.
That's exactly my life, every football night.
Okay, so let's go through the whole evening step by step. What happened after kickoff?
Well, the first 10 minutes were pretty slow, so people were just chatting about the teams.
Chatting or talking over the game?
Kind of both, actually. My friend Dan was talking loudly about his fantasy team the whole time.
Oh, fantasy football talk during a real match. That's classic.
It got annoying because I couldn't focus on the actual game.
Did you say anything to him?
I tried, but he just said, "Hang on, 1 sec," and kept talking.
Hang on means wait a moment. Very common phrase.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, but never really used it myself.
Try using it next time someone interrupts you.
Okay, I will. So anyway, then the first goal happened.
Oh, nice. Tell me about that.
Everyone jumped up and started screaming. It scared me, actually.
Ha! That's normal. Football reactions are intense.
My friend grabbed my arm and yelled, "Did you see that? Unbelievable strike!"
Strike here means a powerful shot, usually a great goal.
I figured that from the context, but I wasn't totally sure.
Good instinct, though. Context really helps with football English.
It does, but there was another moment I completely misunderstood.
What happened?
Someone said he bottled it after a player missed an easy shot, and I thought it was about actual bottles.
Ha! That's a great mistake, actually. Bottled it means someone failed because of nerves or pressure.
Oh, that makes way more sense now.
See, this is exactly why football language is so specific.
Yeah, it's like a whole different vocabulary world.
Definitely. So what happened during halftime?
Halftime was actually the calmest part. We just grabbed snacks and talked normally.
What kind of snacks?
Chips, some pizza, the usual stuff. Nothing fancy.
Sounds like a classic setup.
Yeah, pretty much. But then the second half got intense again.
How intense?
There was a big argument about a penalty decision.
Oh no, tell me more.
Half the room thought it was a clear penalty, and the other half thought the player dived.
Dived means someone pretended to be fouled to trick the referee.
Right, and that caused a huge debate. People were talking over each other.
Did you join the argument?
Kind of. I said I think it was harsh, and everyone looked at me.
Haha, why?
Because apparently that's not really how people usually phrase it.
Actually, harsh works fine, but people might say that's a soft penalty more naturally.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Small correction, but useful one.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So after that, things calmed down again.
Good. What happened near the end of the match?
The tension was crazy because the score was tied.
Football endings are always intense.
Exactly, and then in the last minute, someone scored the winning goal.
Oh, wow. What was the reaction like?
Complete chaos. Everyone jumped, someone knocked over a drink, and my friend literally cried.
Ha, football emotions are no joke.
Definitely not. My friend kept repeating, I can't believe it, I can't believe it.
That's such a natural reaction phrase. People repeat it when they're shocked.
Yeah, I want to remember that one.
Good, because it's super common in everyday English too, not just football.
Okay, noted. So after the match ended, everyone just talked about the game for another hour.
That's normal too. Post-match conversations are basically part of the experience.
Definitely. Someone said, that game had everything, meaning it had goals, drama, and excitement.
Exactly right. Great natural phrase.
I actually understood that one without asking, which felt good.
See, you're picking things up already.
Slowly, but yeah.
Okay, now let's compare. Do you prefer watching football at home or somewhere like a bar?
Honestly, I think I prefer watching with a small group at home. It's calmer.
Interesting. I actually enjoy watching at a bar more
Really? Why?
because the energy is bigger and strangers become like temporary friends when your team scores.
That's a nice way to put it.
It really is a shared experience, you know?
Yeah, I get that, though loud bars kind of stress me out.
Fair enough. Everyone's different.
True. Also, one more thing confused me during the match.
What was it?
Someone said, we were robbed after a decision went against their team.
That's a strong expression. It just means they felt cheated by an unfair decision.
Oh, I thought something actually got stolen for a second.
No, nothing like that. Just football drama language.
Football really has its own emotional vocabulary.
It really does. All right, let's slow down for a second and think about the vocabulary you learned today.
Okay, that sounds good.
First one, cutting it close, meaning almost being late.
Got it.
Second, hang on, meaning wait a moment.
Yep, I'll use that one a lot.
Third, bottled it, meaning failing due to pressure or nerves.
That one surprised me the most today.
Fourth, a soft penalty, a more natural way to say a questionable penalty decision.
Noted. Much better than harsh.
And finally, we were robbed, meaning feeling cheated by a decision.
Okay, that's a lot, but it makes sense now.
Perfect. One more quick thing. Do you think you'll understand football chats better next time?
Definitely more than before. At least I won't just nod along anymore.
Ha, progress.
Slow progress, but progress.
That's exactly how language learning works.
True. Honestly, this makes me want to watch another match soon just to practice.
That's the spirit. Watching with friends is actually a great way to learn natural English.
Yeah, especially because everyone reacts so naturally and emotionally.
Exactly. Real emotions bring out real language.
Makes sense. I feel a lot more confident now.
Great. Before we finish, let's do a quick recap for everyone listening.
Sounds good.
Okay, 3 useful expressions from today. Cutting it close, bottled it, and we were robbed.
And one big takeaway?
Watching football with friends is a great way to practice natural spoken English, especially reactions and opinions.
That's a great takeaway.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Keep practicing a little English every day.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Real English with Mike and Lily.